Okay, everybody, welcome back to some Farmer Simulator 22. I'm joined right along with Europe. I'm Street. Now we're right here on the farm taking care of our sugar beets and having a little fun doing it. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up, subscribe button. If you really want to know more, hit the notification bell. None of that's going to bite you, I swear. Otherwise, let's get into this video. About overshot it.
Yep.
Now I wonder if we clean up the rig when we get ready to take it back, if they'll actually give us a little bit of discount.
I doubt it. What's the hours on it now?
0.7.
Yeah, we're definitely going to go into that second hour. We should get it just one extra hour. We should be fine. I think we're going to get should get at least 4 or 5 more loads. So. We get 4 or 5 more loads, and then it was definitely worth leasing the vehicle, you know. And I think we probably ought to just buy a planter, because
now if I ain't okay, that's what I was going to ask. The planter, does it just plant sugar beets or other stuff too?
It'll plant sugar beets. It'll plant cotton. It'll plant corn, sunflowers, everything we can't plant right now except for potatoes.
Yeah, because potato takes a special thingamajiggy, right? Okay, gotcha.
Special planter, yeah. But yeah, it'll plant all the other crops.
Which is not a bad. I guess you would say that's not really a bad investment if it's going to plant all the other stuff.
Because it plants everything, but the only thing we won't be able to plant is potatoes.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you,
I don't want to mess with potatoes.
I'm nowhere near wanting to mess with potatoes. And on top of that, potatoes don't have any kind of production. Like, you can't use potatoes in production. So,
you think they go to the damn diner for smashed potatoes?
I mean, they do. They take them at the fast food restaurant, I'm sure, for French fries.
Yeah, or scalloped potatoes or something.
Yeah, but you know, right now potatoes don't have a production. So potatoes, even though you make a lot of money, on potatoes.
But yeah,
the amount of time it takes to harvest a potato field just for not being able to do anything but sell it.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. Oh yeah, it ain't worth the money.
I mean, yeah, if you're just trying to build money up and you plant all your fields and potatoes and have a harvester for it, yeah, you can definitely make a lot of money. But is it worth it? Not in my opinion.
Gotcha.
Now, I mean, yeah, eventually down the road, I'd like us to have a potato farm, you know. Get the big potato harvester and, you know, go to town, but that's...
Now, if I'm mistaken, the other potato harvester, the big one, that's kind of like this one, right? That you can drive in?
It's just like that one, except for it's still offset. But it's not offset as bad, and you just basically...
Sounds like Bob the worker gonna be in that joker.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's definitely easier for the worker, but you line up the harvest part, because the header on it is wider than the harvest part.
Yeah.
And you line up the harvest part on the edge of the field, and that's how you do it. You know, it's not that bad. I tried it. It's not that bad. But you just, instead of lining your header up with the edge of the field, you line the harvester up with the edge of the field. And that way, you know, you don't miss any potatoes like we were.
Yeah, we missed a shit ton of potatoes.
Well, we didn't know what we were doing. I mean, that was a learning experience for both of us, and that's why I tried it. There was a field that came up for harvesting on mine, and so I just borrowed the equipment and practiced with it, and it's not that bad once you get used to lining up the harvester. But it does suck. I'm not gonna lie. Potatoes take forever to harvest. Sugar beets are a lot faster than potatoes.
Oh yeah, this ain't too bad. Come on. Darn.
But potatoes are worth more, so.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, doing sugar beets is definitely good money once you have the equipment. I mean, and like I said, I think we're going to come out. I mean, we've already paid for the lease. So if we make another 20,000, that means, you know, we paid for the extra work hour plus made 10,000 off of it, with it not being 100% yield or 98%.
Gotcha.
Um,
Or better say max yield or whatever.
yeah. You know, I think with the max yield, you know, we're looking at probably another, you know, $10,000 to $15,000. It's definitely worth it. And if we really want to focus on sugar beets, we can you know, save up money to buy the harvester, and then, you know,
Because this is going to take, if we replant again, it'd be what, another 4 or 5 days in game, or
I'm not sure about sugar beets. I want to say they probably take longer, probably like 6 days, because this one was half grown whenever we got it.
okay, didn't really pay attention.
I mean, like, just by looks, I don't know how far it actually was, and I've not planted sugar beets myself on my fields, so I don't know on my single player game. I've planted it in other fields, but I can't remember when I planted them. I probably should figure that out. But hey, I think, yeah, definitely half. Yeah, I mean, you're a little over halfway done, and we've already made back the lease cost. If we get 4 more loads, it should be definitely worth it. I don't know if we'll get 4 or not. I know we'll get at least 3. We might get 4, but then again, like I said, with us planting the field and fertilizing it,
Yeah, getting that 498 yield.
we'll get that better yield on it, and therefore we'll get more crop out of it. So I mean, it might be. I mean, and now planters can be really expensive.
Yeah.
But the planter I have is just a 4 meter wide or 6 meter planter. The one I have.
Yeah, and then plus we may want to look on the sale, see if there's a sale one.
The one I have is 54,000, but it does 6 meters wide. You know, and they go up from there. There's one that does 6 meters wide, but goes at 9 miles an hour for another 13,000. But the other ones are like 4.5 meters and 3 meters, and I wouldn't do it now. Now there's bigger ones. There's one for 89,000 that does 9 meters at 11 miles per hour, which is pretty good. But it's 89.5. You know, I don't mind the smaller ones for now. I wouldn't do like field 69 planting it with that. I'd let a worker do it. I wouldn't do it. But right now, for sale, the only thing for sale is a rock picker.
A rock picker.
Yeah. Which, I mean, now down the road,
Nah, in a way,
rock picker might not be a bad idea, because we can pick up the rocks by that lime producing station.
Yeah.
We can pick up the rocks and make our own lime, which will save us money. You know, because it only costs like 10 grand or something like that. It's not expensive.
I'm surprised they don't have like a rock quarry or something like that you can. I guess the lime thing would be the same damn thing.
The lime. Yeah, is it on here? It may be a mod.
No, I'm at 45% if you want to
Okay.
come on before I get started on this other portion.
Oh no, here, that's pretty much. Yeah, I guess that's a mod that you have to find in the lime station. But I mean, it would definitely be.
I think it was in that one where we found like the bio tanks or whatever.
I'd have to look around. But it only costs like $10,000 to build.
Yeah. Like I said, this is only about a 45%.
That's fine. I mean, like I said, we've already made the lease back.
Yeah, so everything else now is extra pocket.
Yeah, well, we're gonna spend another $9 grand.
Yeah. So in other words, this load and the next load is going to pay for it.
The next load pays for it, and then everything after that is profit. So, I mean, because you're getting close to that first hour, so.
Yeah, I'm at 0.9 hours. Or
Yeah.
0.9.
See, once you go to 1 hour, it charges you for the next thing. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So the lease is paid for, and we're about to pay for half of that for that extra hour. So if we get 2 more loads, we at least made a profit.
Gotcha.
Which is, I mean, that's what it's all about, making a profit. Now, it's not much of a profit, but it's still a profit.
I mean, you got to keep in mind, too, it was 83% yield, too.
Right. With 100% or 98% yield, it would be a lot better. It would, you know, we'd make a probably 1 or 2 more loads, you know, than what we're going to get this time. So I definitely think it would be worth it, and, you know, maybe think about possibly buying a planter where we can go ahead and plant other stuff besides what we can plant now. Because, you know, we may want to get into sunflowers or...
That way, because that would be good for the oil. Because, I mean, all that stuff goes to the oil factory, right?
Oil factory, which is like, on my single player, I have canola and sunflowers. I have canola, sunflowers, wheat, barley, and oats planted on my fields.
Now, corn, it don't go to the oil thing, does it?
Corn doesn't go to the oil thing. Corn, I don't think is used in any of the productions. But it sells really good. I mean, corn makes money. And you get a good yield off of corn. Like the field of corn that I harvested, which was on my game, it was in 60. I got almost 2.5 trailer loads full of corn. Where this field here that you're doing was sunflowers, and I only got 1.5 off of it. So you get a lot bigger yield off of corn. So corn would be more considered as a money crop.
Gotcha. Right, I'm finna put in a timer, so kick back and enjoy the music, and let's have some fun.
for the product. But yeah, I definitely think it'd be worth replanting sugar beets if you want. Now, the next question is which production builder are we going to get next? We're going to go the oil mill since we're decided we're going to keep canola planted.
Oh, what the hell are you doing, you dummy?
You jump out of the tractor.
Yeah, fingers got cramped up. Oh, no.
If we don't keep planting canola for the bee honey, for the extra production on the bee honey, it might be better to buy the oil mill instead of the flour mill first. Because canola we can take straight into the oil mill.
Yeah, this is true.
And we can just store the canola, instead of selling the canola, we can just store it in our silo until we get the oil mill built.
One of the main questions is what piece of property do we want?
Well,
because I really don't want to kill any of our fields.
Well, no, but I was thinking about this, and this is just an idea. We were talking about how that 80, 81, and 82 comes with, those 3 fields plus that little building.
And get rid of the building?
Stuff around. Get rid of the building, we could put a production right there.
That is true.
And still keep the fields. And I would, if we buy that, I would eventually want to buy the one that's 80, 81, and 82, and the ones that's 77, 78, and 79.
Yeah, all that little stuff around there like we was talking about.
Well, all of it. I want to buy all of those things and then turn from, 75, 76, 80, 82, 79, 78, and 77 all into one big field.
Yeah.
And then keep 74 and 73 separate to put different crops in. And 81, I don't know, we could plant something there or just paint over and make that area bigger. Because 81's not big enough to really worry about. It's not.
That 81 is the one right there beside the barn, right?
Yeah, the one that goes alongside the barn.
Yeah.
But you could turn 75, 77, 76, 78, 79, 80, and 82 all into one field. And that would be a perfect, cotton field down the road. Just a huge cotton field. But we could buy 80, 81, and 82. I mean, it sounds like a lot. It's $244,000. But when you think about it, it's an area to put at least one, probably 2 production fields. And we wouldn't have to destroy the fields.
Gotcha. Because that little silo that's right in front, right past 81, does that come with the extra property? Or is that separate?
No, it's separate. All right, you see the road that goes beside 81?
No, I can't look right now if I'm driving.
Well, the road that goes in between 81 and 74, you get that land all the way to the end on that side, on the 81 side of the road. And then it goes up all the way to that road that comes in between 79 and 82, and everything south of that. It's a lot of land. There's a few trees, but there's still a lot of land. You could probably take some landscaping, but you might actually could get 4 or 5 production buildings in there if you really tried. Where you at on load?
Doing all right.
Now another one that we could look at, which is not too far away from the house, it's kind of hard to access, is field 35.
Mm-hmm.
It has a good bit of land, but there's some uneven. Now 37 comes with 36 for 225, and there's definitely a possibility of putting stuff there as well. We would have to cut into, basically we would buy it for the land, not for the field. 36.
Gotcha.
Now, 36 we'd be able to keep, but if we took 37 out, as a field, we could probably put quite a few production beets in. But like I said, it's all in what you want to do. I'm doing what I want to do on my farm, but I'm also learning some areas you don't want to put production beets in. Because I'm gonna eventually have 2 bakeries, because the amount of flour I'm producing, my bakeries can't keep up with. My bakery. But I'm also trying to save up money now for more fields.
Gotcha.
And I kind of want to buy 58 and see how bad it's going to be for landscaping for production.
Up there on that corner.
Yeah. Like, I think right here.
Might as well just go back down. I'm gonna do one more pass for get us all in.
No, that's fine. Just go ahead and finish the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
But
Try to save on that
think,
time.
Like, this land is really uneven. It doesn't look like it is until you scroll out and look at it. So it's probably going to be a lot of landscaping fees.
Oh, you talking on? Oh, you talking on 58?
58.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah! Because I already knew that was.
It's hilly.
Because up there where the trees are at is.
Even the trees would actually be, if we cut all those trees down, it would be better than up there on that hill. Up there on that hill, the best thing to do with it would be just to cut the grass on it. Like, 'cause it's not even at all. I mean, you could cut the trees through here and do some landscaping and probably put in a building or 2, but I don't know if it'd be worth it. I mean, it's a lot of wood here for sure. But there's other areas that have buildable land on them. Like, for instance, I think 37 and 36 though would probably be the best one. You would just have to get rid of field 37
Gotcha.
to utilize it for production. But I think 80, 81, and 82 or 79, 80, and 82, whichever one it is. That one you could get rid of that building and probably put down a couple of production spots in that little parking lot.
Come on, big striker. Turn your ass around, big girl.
Guys, we hope y'all enjoyed, hearing us plan for our farm. Again, if y'all have any suggestions of stuff you want us to do, we're open to that. Just kind of, keep in mind that we're still starting out. We don't have a lot of money. We have put down some things to help us make a little bit more money. But that's going to be over time. It's not going to be just instant quick. But, we are willing to take suggestions. If there's a particular fields you think we ought to get for any particular reason.
And don't say potato head.
We're not doing potatoes. I'm telling you right now. Maybe at the end of the series, when we have like $4 million, we might do potatoes. I don't see it any other way. Alright. I'm gonna sit here and let you come in. You got all the beets?
I'm at 90%.
Oh wow, you're gonna have to make 2 trips.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to come to you?
It's alright, I'll flip around.
I didn't hear you.
It's a lot easier. A lot easier for me to turn than it is for you.
Oh yeah, the big old striker. You're offset. There you go. Yeah, you'll make 2 loads off this one.
Yeah, and that means that we're going to make about $10,000 extra. Oh, by the way, what's the hours at?
1.3.
Okay, we're good then. I was going to say, if it's getting close to that second hour, you need to cut it off. Because your hours are based on the engine running.
Well, I'm jumped out of it.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to do that because we still got points. It's not going to take me but a minute to go down here and unload and come back. But no, I was going to say, like, if it was at 1.8 hours or something.
Oh, yeah,
like that,
jump the hell up out of there.
Yeah, cut it off as quick as you can.
Yeah. Oops. And ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all probably didn't want to see that whole harvesting, so I may have to do a little bit of foot work, but can't add no music. They don't get no strikes. All right, we're waiting on the bigger wiggle. There should be another 5,000.
Yep, should be.
Man, like you saying, field 68, even though it's sugar beets, man, if we had that joker too, woo-wee, that would definitely pay for the unit. Now that would probably take almost 3 hours.
Maybe 5.
Yeah, that joker's huge.
I don't know, probably. I don't know. I mean, 59 is pretty big. I mean, if you look at the...
Yeah, but the 50, but 68's triple or quadruple the size of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good bit bigger.
Back up to 102.
Yeah, we ended up making about 10,000 off that field after leasing the equipment, which isn't bad.
No, not an 83% harvest.
Not when you have to spend 34,000 basically to lease it. You know.
Yeah.
Because of the hours it took. Now, getting the harvester, you know, I mean, you think about it. We're making around 40 something thousand off this field. Probably closer to 50 once we, you know, plant the field and fertilize it and all that stuff.
Hey. Oh, don't start this stuff with me again. Didn't want to let me in again. Oh, you way off.
Going to piss off the farming simulator guys.
I don't know. Probably because they knew we were finna be recording. Yeah,
Right.
you might as well just back out and come back in. There we go. And that is every bit of it.
All right. I'll go ahead and send that son of a gun back before we forget. I have to pay another hour worth of usage on it.
Oh, well, man, stop throwing the damn ladder on my damn head, you idiot.
You yelling at yourself again?
Oh, no, I jumped out of it in the damn,
Yeah, it's because you still had the pipe out.
No, no, I got out. You sure you did? No, by the time I got out, you know, I sends the ladder down, but I got out so quicker than the ladder dropped. Mine's is still showing. Okay, that's what last thing was in the thing. Sugar beets. No, I just noticed.
Oh, in the field?
Yeah, yeah. Sugar beet
But it should say
harvest.
harvest.
Yeah, it did. Going to the old wheat field. Going to the wheat field. Woohoo! Hey, another 41.
Right, so, you know, with leasing,
We're one shy of 3 full pallets of honey.
all right, so we made 43,000 off that fee, and we spent 33,000 on the leasing of the equipment.
Ooh, look at them pretty strawberries, ladies and gentlemen. We blooming again, ladies and gentlemen. We finna be getting ready to make some more harvesting. You know,
So we basically made about $10,000 off that field with leasing the equipment. You know,
Gotcha.
if we have to lease it again next time, we'll probably make about 15 to 20.
yeah, gotcha.
Between 15 and 20 extra.
All right.
But, you know, we are going to have to buy a planter to be able to plant that field in sugar beets and all that. But that's for another time. So we'll probably do some of that off camera.
Gotcha.
You know, not bring y'all in just to see us plant that field. Trying to bring y'all back when we're actually doing stuff on our farm instead of showing you a bunch of contract work.
Gotcha. Kind of like we did
and
that
all
one.
that. Yeah,
But-
and that way, it's a little bit more taking care of the farm instead of just.
Yeah. Oh, and also over there, ladies and gentlemen, we did putting a shop in there to work on our stuff and everything.
Oh yeah,
but-
repair shop back there.
But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put a cut in today's video. I appreciate everybody coming out and watching. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up, subscribe button. If you really want to know more, hit the notification bell too. And as always, everybody be careful, be safe. Until the next time, I'll smell you later. Woohoo! Let's see if I can do an acid drop. Wow! Man, you see that big old acid drop? You
Jumped over you, leapfrog.
Oh, you leapfroggy. You want to add anything before we sign out? You rock.
Leapfrog.
Besides you damn leapfrogging.
Leapfrog.
Oh, if you leapfrogging,
Leapfrog.
it's time to go bye-bye. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye, everybody. All right.